Check, check. All right, guys, it is January 14th. The second week of 2024 has been completed, so here is the market recap and what I'm watching to come. So here we have ES. I'll start on the monthly. Closed with a doji-like candle in this supply. I do like the low of this month. We still have 2 more weeks on this candle, so for bull case we need this to push up. Maybe something like that. We would not want to see, we need to see it break this high and close above it. It needs to close here or higher. Would not like to see it test back down there. On the weekly, top ticked this in a way. We can't close the body above this pivot, and there's another pivot here. That's the major one that we're in the zone in. But once again, like we saw at the bottom here, we got nice buying here in a high node area, so that's good to see. MAs look good. 9 MA on the weekly is being bought. The 9 MA and the daily's been bought, and then it broke. The 20 was not, I wouldn't say bought, but now we're back holding the 9 again. Kind of top ticking this first high, so we once again, same scenario. It's the monthly and the weekly. We need to put a body above this pivot. We need to we need a new high. We need this candles. We need a weekly candle high above this. So we're gonna have a new candle next week, and it's gonna open up, and it's probably gonna push down. So we want to see buyers come in, and then that weekly candle continue to push higher and do what this weekly candle didn't have time to do, basically. So on the daily, you know, see it open down, and then enter this little demand area right here, you could say, and go higher. But it's definitely concerning that we cannot break this pivot. I talk about the average daily range to 18. Fridays was lower than the average, but nice channel still going up, showing our range is getting bigger, because we were in October to November trading 66 ES points a day, and now on average our low was 35, currently at 47. So that's good to see, considering, you know, like for example, for reference, 2022 November to December we were doing 120 to 150 points a day on ES. So here's the volume by price. Low nodes are white, where we spend less volume, and you can see, you know, we were kind of gap. This is the overnight, so gap up, gap up. No, I'm sorry, gap up. No gap up. I can't really see the open. I'm just kind of assuming another gap up, and by gap up I mean one time framing up, where you're not taking out the low, the previous day's low, and then we start to balance here. So basically, this is what this profile would look like from here to here, and we closed where the thick volume is in this node. So I would expect us to range in this blue area right here until we can either accept above or break below and then continue. We held this nicely. I was watching this. Failed to break above here. Overnight. Broke above an RTH. And then we held above it. And then on, what was this, Thursday, got bought up nicely. These are daily profiles, so the gray is overnight. This is RTH. This is showing the value. So Friday was a double inside day. Not really trending anymore, as you can see. You know, this was a nice trend, and now you're starting to see some chop on ES. So things are slowing down. Is this a pullback, or is this a reversal? That's what time will tell. We are at a key inflection point, so remember that, which would be this. Not only are we at a pivot, local pivot. We're at a longer term pivot. So definitely like to see that. Let's see what this looks like just with the percent. So these volume is just from 9:30 a.m. to 4, and then the overnight doesn't show it. But this is a good example of volume by price. So this right here is at 2:50 a.m. and its buying came in here, and look where it came in at, right at that ledge of this high node right here. And that's exactly the stuff I look for, because this volume profile stopped being created about here. I'm sorry, here. So it's no longer static. I'm sorry, it's no longer I'm having a brain fart. It's no longer dynamic, it's static. It's set in stone now. So this 20 o'clock buy, perfect. And then right here, perfect. So that's a great example of volume profile. I'm actually going to take a picture of that to show some peeps. But all right, let's go to the weekly profile. So this is last week. Trend up, pull back, trend up, pull back, and now you can see how we're kind of chopping now. So this is what I was talking about. Nice V, pull back, continue, and now we're chopping. Thought I had monthly on here, but I don't. I'll get those for you guys next time. But so as far as balance areas, balanced here, trended up, balanced, trended up, balanced, and then we broke out. So the volume's just from here to here, and got buyers soaked this balance when we first returned to it, as you can see. Hesitated to break back in at first right here, and then we finally accepted back in, traversed from the value low to the value high, all the way to the top of the range, which now we need to keep these higher lows. This is a 4-hour. We need to keep these higher lows, and we need to crack this balance. Here's just a 30-minute chart. You can see these are 4-hour, 2-hour, and 1-hour pivot levels. See how they respected. Monday, so this was when Globex Sunday night last week started. So yeah, it doesn't look bad, but I really wish we would have closed higher. Here's NQ, monthly profile. I'm sorry, monthly candle. Still 2 weeks left, pretty much same as ES. Weekly, same as ES. Didn't close as high as I'd like, so I do not want to watch us to end up having a lower high in the daily. That would be no bueno if we end up, you know, making a lower high. I would need to see us at least close up here, so then we can set up for that in the future. Buyers are soaking this high volume node here, which is great. This is what this node was actually resistance before, so that's good. Same situation with the average daily range pretty much. These are all the session volume by price, same situation pretty much. Trend up, pull back, trend up, and now we're balancing, and this is all that volume from here to here. And we closed right here on Friday, which is dead center almost, right near the POC, point of control of the balance we're in. So would expect us to balance in here until we decide to pick a direction, and I need to see us break out and then hold that value, whether it's like that or like that. Sorry, I ran out of space, but. And then similar situation, balance, composite, balance, balance, balance. So this is the volume just from when we balanced before we broke out. Buyers soaked this composite, wouldn't let a body close out of the value area. hesitated, blew through this one, and if it blows through one more time, I'll purge it and delete it, but failed to accept in the value area, and then eventually did, and then failed to accept out. So unlike ES, we haven't traversed fully through it yet, so that's one thing to look for sure. And then we have this nice, this is just from all the bars in the chart, this volume profile, which is 200 days, but that's a good enough time frame to have. So we have this curve right here to look for as support, which, I mean, you can see it held right here, so that's great. NQ daily, so daily value areas, gray is overnight. You can see CPI right there. That was fun. And then the weekly value areas. So this is last week on NQ. Held the value area nicely. Value low. Same situation. I've been noticing NQ and ES have been very synced up this week. Same line as the other on ES. Here's the monthly, inside month, still. I'd like to see us. So if I were to combine these two profiles, it'd look like this. And notice we held here, which is pretty much the bottom of this curve. Actually, yeah. So, would love to see us hold that, which we bought there and has confluence with there. So, and then the fair value gaps, we have a weekly fair value gap above us, a massive one that we mid-rolled, and now we're starting to chew through it again. We have daily, and weekly fair value gaps below us. So I'm watching that weekly fair value gap above us for us to chew back through it. So it's where we initially mid-rolled it. This is the entire weekly fair value gap. Then we have a daily and a 1 hour in here. And then below this this 1 hour fair value gap, they could not close a body out on the 1 hour time frame, so it's still here, as well as this weekly one right here that's holding nicely. On the TPO, these single prints here from this composite from Friday the December 29th, failed here, failed here. That's the same day, so failed one overnight, RTH, and then RTH again. And perfect balanced day. We left by, so we took out this excess, and we left, where did that go? Okay, forget about it. So we left new excess, which this is a volume taper, which means it needs to be cleaned up, or else we're gonna go the other way. So it's good that we took this out, but we left the same, so that's no good. So I mean, notice here, excess marked bottom, took out the top, excess on the bottom, excess on the bottom. You get the picture. But couldn't take these single prints out all the way last week, so that's a good sign. We'll be watching for these to hold. So yeah, levels I'm watching, which if you guys do like, obviously you like this if you're watching this, but if you want a more in-depth levels, I did just create a Substack. Just 1 second. So I did just create a Substack. You can subscribe for free or pay. These are all of the free posts, and on the paid subscription I send out a weekly game plan with levels, as well as a daily game plan with levels. So if you like how I do these videos, it will be a lot more in depth each day and every Sunday. So yeah, here's just a little one data each time frame. So yeah, feel free to check that out. But so yeah, levels I'm watching. Above we have to break this out. So 1700, 1750, 17050, 1700 above, below, 16900, 16750, and then 16600. And notice we failed to break out of this balance times 4 zone. Same thing, this has to close above for us to stay trending. I do not want to see us close below this low or even the body. Do not want to see us close below. Yeah, I do not want to see us close below the midpoint of this weekly candle. I want to see this weekly candle push up as much as we can, as well as this daily candle cannot be a lower high. This cannot end up looking like this. This must end up, which that's still a lower high, but a lower high will be okay if we still have a higher low, because this is still a higher low. So that's okay. So one of those two scenarios for bull case. Like I said, I'd love to see us, we're kind of just wedging up right here. Kind of just forming a wedge, kind of sloppy, but so we're compressing and would like to see us just boom, get out of here. So yeah, I said those levels, and last up here we have data. Oops, I'm sorry, that is not the data. This is the data. So Monday holiday, MLK Day. Tuesday, no high impact. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the only high impact we have. So Tuesday, no high impact. Wednesday, core retail month over month, and retail month over month. Thursday, we have initial jobless claims and Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index, which is high impact. And then Friday, we have existing home sales. So feel free to look at this. Pause it, do whatever. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your extra day, study up, and yeah, thank you.